good contrast with this new bit of
wondering like in an and it's if you were ever wondering like in an alternative universe what would happen if like America didn't fight the Nazis but instead like joined the side of the Nazis, well, now you know. Okay,
is this because
and it's
of the
additionally
bombings in
crazy
Lebanon?
because like now we can see it happening in real time. Back in the day, the Red Cross also very famously went into the camps and did propaganda for the Nazi government, right? To make it seem as though these were not death camps. There's a very famous instance of this. People that were sent to these death camps did not know that they were being sent to death camps. They thought that these were concentration camps. But because there wasn't real-time evidence as to what was actually going on, with the exception of like the people that were living in the villages, and even then that is disputed, but people fucking knew what was going on, obviously, right? But like with the exception of people that were like directly there in the surrounding areas, like information could be kept quiet. You can't really do that in the modern day and age. And yet people know, and people now can
also... The fact is, and I don't want Israel to invade Lebanon, okay? I don't want that to happen. I don't think it'll help anyone. At the end of the day, though, you have to understand that Hezbollah fired at Israel, okay? On October 8th, they said, we stand in solidarity with the Palestinians, and they fired rockets at Israel, and they've been doing that ever since. They fired 8,000 rockets since October 8th, okay? Israel was not attacking Lebanon before October 8th. So, at the end of the day, if you have a country aggressing on you for almost a year, what's any other country on earth going to do? They've had to evacuate tens of thousands of people from the north of the country because of Hezbollah rockets. Because if you go even like 10 kilometers from the border, there's like drones going off all over the place, and you don't even know if they're like Hezbollah drones or IDF drones. You don't know if the sounds of the explosions that are happening in the distance are Hezbollah rockets coming your way, and you don't know if it's IDF artillery going that way because of all the echoes. There's alarms going off all the time. There's fucking big patches of black on the fields because of the fires that happened a few days prior. They're also... People say that Nasrallah is doing this, that Hezbollah does this because they want a ceasefire. That's bullshit. It's absolute bullshit. First of all, the terms of a ceasefire that Nasrallah would accept, what do you think they would look like in Gaza? Because we know that there's been one ceasefire that Hamas have said clearly yes to, and it's Israel leaves the entire strip and then allow 600 aid trucks a day minimum to go into Gaza so they can rebuild. And also just please ignore all the times we said we're going to try to do October 7th a million times. Please ignore that. This time, when we say we won't do it, we mean it. Like, it's completely untenable. It's not a logical, it's not a rational expectation. I don't like the war in Gaza. I would like there to be a ceasefire. That doesn't give me the right to go into fucking Israel and go and start fucking stabbing random people in the hope that some of them are soldiers. Because that is basically the equivalent of what Hezbollah is doing in the north. They are not aiming a lot of the time. A lot of their rockets have hit civilian areas where there is absolutely no expected IDF presence. Even that analogy, going around stabbing people, hoping some of them are soldiers, it's also accepting that some of the people you stab are going to be Arabs. Because Hezbollah are bombing Palestinian towns as well. Some rockets have landed in the West Bank near fucking Ramallah. Rockets have landed in Nazareth, a 99% Palestinian town in northern Israel. Majority Muslim as well. What do you expect?
Also basically operate like they are a German.
Supposedly their latest Tel Aviv missile was aimed at Mossad HQ. Yeah, that one was. So Hezbollah have two sets of arsenal. They have long-range guided missiles, and then they have the majority of rockets they use, which are just Katyushas, which you don't aim. Like the rocket barrages, those don't really aim. They can aim in a general direction, but they land all over the place. They kill like livestock. They kill civilians. They blow up civilian houses. They hit Druze communities. They hit 12 Druze children and killed them whilst they were playing football in the Golan Heights. Apparently they were planning a violent raid into the Galilee. Like, that's not I don't know if they were planning that anytime soon, but it shouldn't be surprising to anyone that that's the kind of thing they'd like to do, or that they've spoken about doing in the past and they've drawn up plans for in the past, because they have.
أنا لأهلي أنا فديهم أنا دمي فلسطيني 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 أنا دمي فلسطيني